sunrise soul, or whatever time of the day it is. Okay. Welcome in. Hi, my name is Felicia. I'm a tarot reader. You can find more about the channel on the long form videos. Let's get into it. You might be feeling like you're receiving a lot of hate right now. I'm hearing that like every time you look up, there is a new person coming out of the West Bumblefuck and making a conflict with you. Hello, welcome in, you guys. People are quite literally wild. The issue is that these people have a problem with your belief system. This is about your personal values. And because some of y'all have wealthy friends or you have wealth yourself, your personal freedoms show that you don't have the same values as them. The reason why I'm hearing that these are like people who are rodents and you just represent like this big piece of wealth. Like you hold a lot of value. But there's people who, they feel like you refuse to listen to their advice, or they feel like you have like an authentic truth that is just so deeply embodied and so like you can't nobody tell you what to do. Like nobody can harm your self-esteem. Nobody can make you feel anything, what it is that you don't want to feel about yourself. Like I think that these people, like, the reason why there's like so much going on now is because a lot of you guys, you may have thought you were an introvert, but you're actually an extrovert. And you are always like this big bubbly personality and you attract a lot of people. People hate you because of this as well, because you're like the center of attention. You're the life of the party. It's like you have a gift of gab. Even if you don't like talking to people, like, hello friends, welcome in. Even if you don't like talking to people, people are naturally drawn to you, and you'll find yourself drawn up into a conversation or kikiing with somebody about something. People who cannot have a easy flowing communication or who don't know how to get along with others, this is why they hate you, because they see you just always having these wild experiences and fun experiences. And I'm also getting your love life makes people despise you as well, because a lot of you guys always tell stories about your love life, and when you talk about your love life, it triggers a lot of people who don't get those same kinds of messages and letters. Like I'm getting that they don't get offers and gifts the way that you do. So there's a lot going on here. Like they watched you get a text message or a note from somebody that reflected their wild desire for you. Um, this person is like, y'all, there's a lot to unpack here. So just hold on. I'm going to go through a brief synopsis of everything that I was channeling when I first got through. There's like, people are hating you because of your intelligence, how smart you are. They hate you for your innovative ass mind. Some of you guys are preparing for a birthday trip, or you're preparing for a vacation or vacation, especially if it's a vacation. They know that y'all gonna have some wild sex on this like travel that you guys are going on. People hate you for having like through the second house, they're hating on your possessions, they're hating on like anything that represents your free mentality, anything that represents with this Aquarian energy, that represents your innovation, anything that represents, you like thinking outside of the box. Like some of you guys are getting unfollowed, unsubscribed to. And if you like, maybe like for example, you'll like share a post or you'll share some communication that represents your wealth or represents your like personal freedoms, it represents, or you show some of your possessions, right? People are literally getting triggered by the story that your life tells. They're literally getting triggered that you made a name for yourself, or that you are just quite literally living your authentic truth, and they are becoming so like unhinged that they could not make you feel bad about yourself. Like these are some people who are literally like, maybe when you talk to them, they represented like a very limiting belief. Like I don't know if you guys know this, but I can just tell like from the beginning of a conversation if someone has an expanded mindset or if they're liberated. Like, that will dictate how I talk to them, lol. So some of you guys, these are people who you might have even paid dust. Like, you didn't even give them no time of day, and it's because you knew the relationships never had, like, you knew that the relationships were never going to fulfill, actualize. You knew that they were never, like, you people just could tell that you're not really invested, and they feel like rodents and rats and mice is next to you because you are the one that represents the personal freedom. You are the one that represents the true investment. You are the one that these romantic partners invest in, right? Especially if they are out exploring their options, they're exploring a bunch of the waste, and you're the ones that get the real investment. Like, this is crazy. Like, some of y'all, these are third parties that hate you because they will literally see you going on vacations, going on travel with your partner. They'll see you enhancing your life in some way because of this partner that's coming into your life, right? They hate the way that you guys expand. They're seeing you expand. But what I feel like is a lot around the hate towards you is that if these are third parties, a lot of them, they don't get invested in the same way that you get invested in. Like, some of these people are frenemies, people pretending to be close with you, but they're secretly like wanting the attention of your like partner. Like, if you're bringing your partner around, introducing your partner to friends and family, these people are like very disgruntled to see you having a romantic love. Like, they hate to see you telling the story of love. Some of you guys are expressing soul insights and symbols and just experiencing life through mysticism and on a whole different plane. Like, you guys are just not on the same frequency as these people. They hate to see that you are the ones that get to have the investment, in the material realm, or you're the ones that get to go on travel, or you're the ones that, get celebrated, honored boisterously, where they were just the people who were just considered. They were just the people who they had sympathy for. Some of these people, they're third parties because your partners have been wanting them because you're so free through the second house, right? They felt like they never could compare to you in the first place, or your identity or yourself. Like, you're nothing like any of these people, and so they knew they never could stand a chance. But your partners have been wanting them to feel as if they had a chance. It's like some type of community service project. Like, they feel like they're community service projects, or they feel like they want to help them in some type of way. Like, and you're just like, I didn't agree to you helping, anybody. We can't afford no third party. We can't afford to share. People are just like trying to share and whatever. And like, your partner is the one that, like, they actually makes the real investments into you. You're the one that gets put up into the domestic space. You're the one that gets all the photography and the, all the like secure domestic space. Like, you're the one that actually shares a domestic bliss with them. And lately I have been reading a lot of blogs where women who have had third party triangulations, or they have had an unwanted guest in their home, or they had, they found out that it was infidelity in the relationship. A lot of them are actually, like, even on the surface, a lot of these relationships are open relationships, okay, or poly relationships, and some of y'all already know that you have a continuous collaboration with this person. Some of y'all already live with these people, have already been married to these people, have already had children with these people, have made several investments. And these other third parties, they're honestly just delusional. The fact that these partners are playing this game, trying to make these other options think that they have a chance, is to honestly try to boost their self-esteem, or to try to make it, give them the illusion of an attraction, that they would get this wealth, or that they could ever have, that they would ever take your place, that you could ever be replaced. Like, they know that you can't be replaced, but some of them have been doing this to, one, triangulate you or conflict with you out of narcissistic abuse, but others have literally just been feeling sorry for the weaker and less fortunate, and wanted them to feel as if they had an opportunity because they see that you're the one that always has the opportunities. And they're like they actually, your masculine, or your partners, actually see a privilege for you, and they might some of them, they have an internal struggle with you themselves, or they have some type of like conflict with you going on. So they will conflict for triangulation, but a lot of this is also just like feeling sorry for other people because they see that you're the one that has the privilege, or they see that you're the one that is euphoric about it. You're the ones that's having the deep and tenacious intimacy. You're the ones that's insightful. You're the ones that's aware, right? So they just go off and play these like delusional games with these other options, and they already know that you're the one for them. They will go off with a karmic challenge. They will go off and put you guys through a karmic challenge just so they can give you a story to tell. Some of them, because y'all have been together for so long, some of y'all have been together for a long time, and this person has not stopped having wild thoughts about you. Like some of them, they are obsessed with your body. That I'm hearing that they met you when you were a child, and they watch your body mature and carve out. Some of them have watched you become the mother of their children. They have watched your body grow. They have watched your body change, and they're still obsessed with you. So they hate the fact that this person loves you at every state that you have been in. When you were bigger, smaller, pregnant, not, you know what I'm saying? This person is always bae, is what I'm hearing. They're always bae. They've always been bae, and they hate to see you expressing around your love life, okay? They hate that your partner is wild thoughts about you, has wild thoughts about you. They wanted you from the moment they saw you. Some of them, they wanted you when you were a child, or they considered you to be immature, or you needed development. Some of them, they quite literally gave you what you needed to develop, and they watched you turn into their wife. Like they watched you turn into their partner. They're in these other third parties have just like, they have never been getting invested in for real, for real. They just wanted them to feel like they had an opportunity, y'all, because they know that you're the one that gets all of the opportunities. Hello, friends. LOL. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, you guys, this is why these third parties hate you even more. And some of them, they watched you get a letter from this person, or they watched you get a gift from this person. They watched you get text messages. They watched you, get an offer when you were a child, or they watched you get a letter of acceptance. Some of you guys are getting bad news. Okay, there is recovery from a painful ending. There is an ending coming in. With if you are receiving a letter of an ending, some of you guys are moving homes, moving jobs, or some of you guys, there was a letter that you received in the mail in your past, and this has been triggering and traumatizing, or there was a negative experience that happened when you were a child, when you got a letter. Maybe you did get a letter of rejection. Maybe, oh my God, you didn't get accepted into your dream school, or maybe you didn't you know what I'm saying? Maybe you got an eviction notice, or maybe you got a rejection letter or something. You know what I'm saying? And some of you guys have literally, that may have been like a very traumatizing experience for you. But people don't see your traumatizing experiences when they see you. When they see you going on vacations and vacations. They see you always, on a trip, in a hotel. They see you always getting flowers, getting gifts, getting new monies and possessions to enhance your life. And then if you I'm hearing something about you guys, you may tell a story of your values. You may rap about it. You may sing about it. You may write poetry about it. You may express some type of soul insight, about your values and your wisdom. And this is from like getting euphoric insights about it, Clary Sage, or it's from connecting with other people, getting out there into the world, getting involved in the community. Some of you guys are you have been through a traumatizing experience, and now some of you guys are just striking up converse that may have made you sorry. You guys may have been through traumatizing experiences and still get triggered by those things. Don't get triggered into isolation. Some of you guys have really went through a difficult situation, um, but you're finally expanding in life and growing, okay, beyond this triggering, okay, from this grief-stricken child. But there was something traumatizing that may have happened, and you are finally moving beyond that, and you are learning that this isolation and this period of loneliness and this non-acceptance and this abandonment is not the actual state of your reality. That is actually, like, you are actually more than worthy. Where maybe you were left in relationships or you were left with endings where it made you question your worth. It made you question whether your life was worth living. It put you in an existential dread. Some of you guys were lacking connection, lacking, romantic affair, lacking sexual energy, lacking creativity, lacking joy through the sacral chakra. Go ahead and join me on Exo Felicia Latrice. We just did our sacral chakra yoga this morning. But I feel like, since then, you have really up and came in society. You have grown so much. You have become, you have been challenged to live your authentic truth even more. The more you feel rejected and abandoned, the more you are challenged to be yourself. Embrace the unique qualities of your soul. Because that's why people hate you so much, is because your unique qualities and that expression of that represents your liberation into your personal freedoms. Freedom of expression, right to privacy, the pursuit of happiness. You emphasizing your values of freedom, you emphasizing your individual rights makes people hate you because they don't want you to be liberated. They don't want you to exercise your rights because that means that you will be living your authentic truth and getting honored for it. That means that you would grow beyond their limitation, that you would have confidence within yourself, that you wouldn't let them tell you who you are, that you told yourself who you are. It's not what they told us, it's what you told yourself. Then you realize that these dysfunctional relationships and how they operate are not a representation of what's going on in the rest of the world, and you find more. You find better relationships, you find better connections, you find better sex, you find deeper friends, better friends. My friends are better than your friends. Don't know what I would do without my friends. Some of y'all, they have watched you get supported and watched you get highly honored by wealthy friends, by rich friends. And they get pissed seeing that you are this excellence, that you were honored by some people who hold a higher value than they do, who hold a higher net worth than they do. Because they were the ones that rejected you. Then it makes them feel so worthless even more because their opinions really don't matter. Like they feel like the tables turn, right? Where let my idol validate my experience. Your idol is my idol, and you rejecting me doesn't make sense. Some of them have been on a high horse and mighty, high all like on a horse all high and mighty, and they have been thinking that they have been able to pass judgment upon you. Some of them they made wrong assumptions about you. Some of them made up, terrible slander, gossip, and libel. Some of them have been victims of reputation theft. Some of these people have been committing crimes against you, violent, aggressive, just make dramatic about you and your existence and your possessions and how you reflect a different value than them because your life is like you look like an extrovert. You look like this person who has a rich net worth, and they just look like the people who don't matter. Like you don't hold any wealth, you don't hold any contribution to the whole. So your rejection of me actually doesn't fucking matter because I literally don't give a fuck. And all of my rich ass friends don't either. That shows that you don't have the right values. That shows that you're the ones that hold no value. So the nerve of people to have been analyzing you or holding you to standards of perfection. People have been having so many unrealistic expectations of you. Some of these people have been quite literally getting enraged by your possessions and your personal freedom. They hate the way you shop. They hate the way you dress. They hate the way you talk. They hate that you represent a higher social class than them. They hate that you can tell these stories and make them so. They hate that you're an extrovert, storyteller. You're always telling stories. People gather around to listen. They always talking to you, always socializing with you. Everybody want to be around you, magnetized to you. People are literally hating you because of your abundant spirit and how people love you. And the people who don't love you are the ones that hold no value. They're literally watching people who like are popular, who they're watching big recognition and rewards. They're watching you enhance your social standing, and they're pissed off because they were the ones trying to reject you. Some of them, they were the ones trying to reject you, or they just hate to see you rising up and growing your social standing by honor and by merit, by culture and by merit. Some of you, they see you as being very modest about all this as well. Some of y'all have really been playing it cool with all this increase in wealth and social standings and increase in your possessions and values, okay? Okay, let me see. But yeah, you guys, so some of these people, they were really trying to hurt your inner child. Like some of them, especially where like they wanted to suppress aspects of your personality, or they were non-accepting of you, or these were romantic partners that chose other people over you. They were really rejecting your authentic truth, rejecting, you know, who you are, right? And so when they see you get bigger deals, they see you get a bigger contract, they see you get a bigger blessing, a bigger recognition, it just makes them feel so small and meaningless anyway, because that just means that their role is going to shrink next to you, that you are actually going to be that means that they're actually beneath you. And so that's why they're hating you. Some type of letter that you got that brought an ending, okay? Some of you got literally a notification, a notice, a reward in the mail, a acceptance letter in the mail. Some of you literally have gotten something, a notification that put a major ending. Some of you guys, this was not the news you were looking for, but you are already so euphoric and, you know, already drawing the insights from this ending and progressing forward and just looking forward to a positive future. Some of you guys are planning for a vacation, and people know this. And some of them, they're watching you and they're trying to see where you're going to go to vacation to, where you're moving to next. Some of them are trying to they're looking at your possessions, and they're looking at your, like, they're looking at what you're going to pack for your vacation or something like that. Some of you guys are doing packing videos or something like that. um and some of them, they watched you, some of them, they did watch you receive an acceptance letter and pack up and move to another city to accept a job, or some type of other educational offer or something like that, okay? A lot of them are getting this story in the rear. So some of this has, a lot of this stuff has played out. So the fact that it's already in the rear as well, like the fact that a lot of this, you know, the pain is behind you. The good times are rolling in. And so now they just see you expanding where they were just painful endings. Like some of these people, they were painful endings because they saw you get a letter, or they saw some type of blessing that you got. And um or they watched you take someone's advice, and this led to your greatest expansion they have ever seen. They literally are watching a big ass innovation, okay? Or they watched you recover from the place where they traumatized you, okay? Where they wanted to like stop you from being your authentic selves. They were rejecting your authentic truth. Um, like maybe even if this is a declining of a job offer, or I'm also getting like some of you guys were looking for a letter, or you were looking for communication and never received it, um, or you guys got information, just some disappointing news perhaps as well. It could be anything, but like this was a life changing thing, and they watched you grow from like feeling like a child, or like unable and inequipped at handling a challenge, to being euphoric around this challenge. Look at how blessed you are after they traumatized you. Like some of you guys, you left a community of people that traumatized you, and they watched you go and get a higher social group. They watch you. They're in a social class less than yours. So they watched you get rejected from a group, watched you get rejected from a job. They sent you, oh, we're not hiring, or oh, you know, maybe you even showed your personality, or you took a risk, or you know, you share aspects of who you are. Like you told, you know, like people, or they just saw your intelligence and they just rejected that. They rejected the intelligence, they rejected the like unconventional as, you know, relationships, they rejected the innovation, and then they watched a higher social group pick it up and embrace your innovation, and now you are that bitch, okay? So that's actually a major fucking plot twist, a major fuck you, and a major shit on anybody who didn't want you to have personal freedom, right? They didn't want you to be, they didn't want you to work for yourself, or they didn't want you to have support, right? And some of y'all were just like, I'm gonna find support. And some of you, you stopped, feeling, you stopped letting that traumatizing experience, right, like isolate you from the rest of the world, because there's so many more opportunities out there. Like, one letter of rejection is a redirection in the positive direction. This rejection actually made you rich as fuck. Some of y'all, this rejection made you rich in yourself. It made you rich in your authentic truth. It made you rich in knowledge. And they watch this other group not accept this intelligence and knowledge and innovation, and then you went off and exceeded them. That was wild as fuck, and a big shit in their face, because they realized that they took a naive risk. They realized that they just didn't have enough intelligence. They just didn't have enough koof. They just didn't have, like, they don't get the letters that you get. Some of you, you're used to getting acceptance letters. T. I get every job I want. I get into every school I want. I get every offer I want, right? My sugar daddy said, yeah, come on, I approve, right? I did not, being perfect was not a part of the job description. And if they, like, if this other, like, you were just like, I feel like there was a situation where you got rejected, a letter of rejection, or, this was something that happened in your childhood. So you really may have internalized this rejection. It became a big challenge, an internal struggle for you, perhaps. And then going off and getting honored, you realize that you never needed to be perfect. Some of these people gave you the crown of your potential. Some of these people honored your work from the beginning. I'm getting that while you have been telling this story, they just want you to get out your network or your alliances that are helping you expand yourself and enhance your social standing. They want you to get out as much as possible. They don't want you to be isolated. They don't want you to internalize these rejections from these past relationships, because this is why they're gifting you so much, is that they're motivating you and giving you hope for a future. They're motivating you and telling you to come out of your shell, perfection was not ever a part of the job description. You internalizing issues around your body image, your hair, your skin, your nails, your weight, okay, your shape. You internalizing not feeling good enough about yourself. You having imposter syndrome. The type of insights that you're bringing these people with your intelligence through the stories that you're telling, the fellowshipping that you're doing, this is getting honored in ways that they have never seen before. You are bringing people euphoria with your insights. You are unsticking the stuck with your insights. People who have wealth, people who have higher social classes than you, people who have opportunities waiting for you. You are unsticking them with your intelligence. They're like, wow, this is an unconventional relationship, because even if they are coming from the place of material abundance and success, you coming with a moral wisdom and you coming with your value added is getting honored. And you realize that, oh, for me to be chosen into this secret society, for me to be chosen into this group, for me to get that acceptance letter, it never meant that I had to be perfect. It just meant that I had to be my authentic self. I had to live my authentic truth. You living your authentic truth and like, you guys are fellowshipping, relating to others, being an extrovert, getting out there, forcing yourself to get involved, is bringing people wild insights. They feel so grateful to have met you. So anybody that made you want to feel rejected and abandoned, anybody who didn't want you to have personal freedoms, that were rejecting aspects of who you are, you're getting that in return tenfold from this beautiful, this offer that of love that you're receiving. I'm hearing that you're about to go on vacation with a bae, and I'm also getting that there are other alliances and partners that have been taking care of the details for you. While you're telling this story, there are people who are taking care of the details for you to ensure your success. You are not alone. Any of these mediocre localities, any of these like brainwashed people who don't have any sense of expression, they can't stand to see you coming. They will try to find an issue with you and make you subscribe to some type of standard of perfection because they have a problem with hearing the truth. But there are people who value that truth that you brought so much. You are changing people's lives and putting them on the direction towards positivity and growth. You are helping other traumatized people because some of you guys have a method for healing. You have a power and a method for healing. And people who, you've seen them through the second house be so big, be so famous, successful, wealthy, grandiose, right? You did not realize that they were struggling with some of the same issues that you were having. Your self-expression, your insights and truth and mystic capability, your healing from trauma, your intelligence is having a ripple effect. You have a massive influence. Do not let these feelings of childhood rejection issues and abandonment issues persist, because there's so much something they are replaced. Those people from the past replaced. That boy you thought that you would marry replaced. That best friend replaced. That lesbian lover replaced. You stressed about school and work and getting everything accomplished. You got shooters and hitters in the community that have been gang because of the insight you have brought them. Fear thy name. You are helping people address their personal freedom, even the wealthy. The people who are brainwashed and the people who have no empowerment over them for themselves to reach personal freedoms, they're going to hate you for it. Especially if you guys are in the transition to becoming, more free. Oh, you were the one that was chosen by this wealthy group. You were the one that was given the offer letter. You were the ones that was given the opportunity. So that meant everybody else got rejected. Okay, your innovation and how you stood out from the cohort gave you the opportunity. Okay, I love you so much, you guys. That is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's read the scripture for today. Okay, today is September the 14th. We have waiting. Oh my gosh, some of you guys are waiting. All right, wait for the Lord. Wait for no man. Wait for the Lord. Okay, be strong and let your heart take courage. Yes, wait for the Lord. Psalm 27:14. Is there anything positive to be said about waiting? Whether we are in the line at the grocery store, stuck in traffic, or simply waiting for a package to arrive, it is part of our daily lives. Waiting seems like a colossal waste of time, and yet God tells us specifically 30 times or more we are to wait for Him. The concept of waiting on God seems to originate with the psalmist. Perhaps it was because he was so often stuck in perilous situations and he knew his only hope was God. The kind of waiting he speaks of is not passive, as through our spiritual lives are put on hold until God comes through with our requests. It is an active display of faith as we lay down our desires, hopes, and dreams before the Lord and surrender to His will. In the waiting, He is perfecting our faith and building our character. Okay? Oh Lord, how I loathe waiting. I am so impatient. God, grant me the grace to humbly wait upon you as you conform me to your image. Your timing is best, and I surrender to it. For one, some of these people hate you for waiting until you were a maven. They came in and they were just do playing around, and they fumbled their opportunities because they were just children. Some of y'all waited until you were grown and sexy. You waited until you were mastered, perfected, and skilled at something, right? And this was advice that you took and listen to it. They see you take advice from older people, more mature people, or they saw you get this letter of endorsement. They seen you get this opportunity, and you were like, I humbly receive. They hate to see you have been humbly receiving this and waiting for the character development, waiting for the refinement process, waiting for you to conform into their image, conform into God's image, for you to be prepared for this and to sustain yourself through this increase of social class. Some of you guys, you are handled with the right hand. You are in the right hands, you are getting the right care. Okay? Your timing is best. You're getting advised. Let your mature friends, older adults, guides, teachers lead the way. Okay, all you have to do is tell the story, and all of the details are getting taken care of for you. All you have to do is fulfill your innovation, do your part, and everyone else is taking care of the details for you. Someone is planning a vacation for you, or all you need to do is get that body ready for vacation, because when they send you that letter, when they send you that information, when they send you that, when they drop them tickets, when they drop it, it's gonna be time to go. Some of y'all, you need to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You are getting letters of endorsement, you are getting gifts, you are getting opportunities. You don't have to go to them, they are coming to you. People are watching your social class enhance because people just gave it to you. Oh, it wasn't just given to you. Your fellowshipping and you making them a believer and a disciple have transformed these people's lives. You have brought fairness into these people's lives. You have shown these people how to expand. Some of you guys have been waiting in a perilous situation. You feel like you haven't had any options. And I want to remind you to have faith and to trust in this journey. You are a mystic. You are not always going to know what's coming next. Some of you guys, God took over in the situation, and you were given an ending. Okay, you were experiencing an ending on purpose. It was a divine intervention, because you need to continue to. This is a mystic path. This is not a traditional path of success. Okay. Oh, you hate to waste. Oh my God, so much time is wasting. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. Things seem so passive. Oh my God, what if my hopes and dreams and desires don't come to pass? Oh, I'm so impatient. Oh my God, I humbly wait till I conform to your image. Okay, you are going to be. Some of you guys are becoming socialites. Yes, congratulations. There are big wins coming in. If you feel like you got notices, oh man, there was nothing. I feel like I'm still waiting. Humbly wait and trust, okay? This takes action, momentum, and dedication. Continue on your path. Continue with the plan. I'm hearing a fixed modality, Taurian energy. You must sustain yourself, okay? You must sustain. You must continue with the plan. Continue to execute your innovation, okay? Have a great dedication to your projects. Yeah, Aquarius is fixed modality, okay? Have a great dedication to your projects. Stay encouraged. By being an extrovert, by getting out there and talking to people, you will find people will motivate you, okay, to keep going, right? And you will learn. Those relationships or those moments of connection will give you hope for a brighter future. It will give you hope that you will have the peaceful relationships that you deserve. Okay, there's a reform happening as well, though, because of your great communication and intelligence. This is going to shake up the foundations. Okay, this is a precarious dynamic of the old and the new. Your innovation is changing the market. Some of you guys, this is a technological innovation, or it's quite literally a reform that's going on. You're making it very difficult for these children to win. Okay, we're not going to be listening to the children who pretend to be gurus and entrepreneurs and pretend to know their values. Nobody's listening to a 20-year-old tarot reader. I am not listening to anyone who has not delivered any results. You are young and you are youthful. Some of these people are still in school on a social media account, just blowing up these accounts, and they don't have no idea the value of their material goods and their possessions. There's a lot of children on this interweb that's seeing your aesthetic and financial freedom and getting mad. You are a child. Stay in a child's place and stop trying to grow up so fast. I try not to be an ageist, but sometimes at the tender age of 30, I wish I can go back to 20 years old. I wish I can go back. Hell, I wish I can go back to 15 years old and not have these fucking responsibilities. Stop being in a rush to go have children, get pregnant, get a big girl job, go have these big girl possessions, and oh my god, I want those shoes so bad, Aaliyah. Oh my god, I want to just go get that plastic surgery so bad. Sit the fuck down and keep studying. Y'all don't want to go to school and become an expert. These children, they're angry because they're not an expert. It's because you are a child. That's why. This account that you made for fun, there are experts here that are reforming this market because these children have been pretending to have values or telling stories. Stop with all of this yellow journalism on this interweb. Stop listening to these, overgrown children who've been eating the genetically modified organisms at the corner store, blowing up to 300 fucking pounds and looking like they're 45 years old when they're really 17. You're on this internet trying to possess yourself and trying to act like you have financial freedom, trying to act like you have a good body image, but really you are a systemic failure and obese. These children are hating you because they're children, because they don't know no better, okay? And they most definitely don't know the value of their accounts. They don't know the value of what they're investing in. They don't know the value of it yet. So let them. Some of these people, they are surrendering, folding on their beliefs and values. Some of them are flopping. They're losing their wealth. They're losing their financial opportunities because they're children. But hopefully you will experience grace, the grace of God, and be given more opportunities in life. Okay, children, don't compare yourself to a grown-ass woman, because that grown woman is doing big business, all right? That grown woman is the boss. That grown woman has reformed themselves, refined themselves, and have honed their own spiritual values through this mysticism. These children in the market are telling stories, making things up, have a delusional rapport with the divine, or they're literally not intelligent enough yet because they need to continue to go to school. Okay? Okay. Let's just nip that in the motherfucking bud as well. Some of these kids, they hate to see you going on these romantic dates because they know that you guys having wild thoughts about each other. You guys having sex. They see you going out, living, being on your grown and sexy. That is a privilege of a mature woman. You ain't going on no motherfucking vacations or none sexy, grown and sexy at 16 years old. Hopefully you're not. Stop being jealous of a woman that's 15 years older than you in their grown woman body, living their grown woman life. Stop trying to be so fast and focus on your education. Focus on refining yourselves so that you don't get into these opportunities or get ran over by a man because you're so fucking immature. Anyways, y'all, that's all I have for you. These children that's mad, okay, they're the wicked children, and they are traumatized themselves, okay? I love you guys so much. Happy Sunday, and I'll see y'all later.